Today we're combining two of my favorites, Legos and Marvel's Avengers.
I'm sick of toys.
Hey, it's Mikey from Whimsical Toys. Today we are going to be unboxing and putting together the Lego Marvel Superheroes set. This is Thor's Weapon Quest and has 223 pieces. Inside we're also going to find the characters Thor, Groot, and Rocket. And as you can see here on the back, this is a pretty cool set. So let's get building. So as always, first thing we got to do is get this all taken out of the box. You can see we've got a couple different plastic packages with all the different parts in it. So here's some stickers. Here is our guide to putting it together, all of our instructions. Lego always makes that pretty easy. Let's go ahead and break into bag number 1. And we get to start out, first of all, with putting Rocket Raccoon together. Oop, tried to stick his head straight to his legs. See if I can find the body here. All right, get his head put on, and we have Rocket.
Ain't no thing like me.
Rocket, you are right. There is nothing like you out there. That's part of what makes you such an awesome part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your weapon put together first. Looks like you really like that. What do you think, Rocket?
You're very perceptive.
I'll take that as a yes. Thank you, Rocket. All right, we'll go ahead and put you back here in the back and work on getting this mining craft put together. Okay, so we'll get our first couple pieces here put in place. Tough to see much of it coming together yet. So guys, I love building Legos, and I have ever since I was a small kid. I can't even remember the very first one I put together, but I think that it might have been a yellow front-loader tractor that my grandma bought for me. When I was younger, she was the one that would always buy me all of my Lego sets. It was pretty cool. So, a couple things that are interesting about Legos. Did you know that you're really not supposed to say Legos? If you have one or if you have a bunch of Lego, they're still called Lego, even though a lot of people call it Legos. So Lego, the company, is actually a Danish company, and the word means play well. So that's always cool because we are playing well anytime that we're playing with Legos, aren't we? I always like to say that even the worst day playing with Legos is still the better than just about anything else you can do. Am I right? The company that makes Lego is 83 years old. That is super, super, super old. That company has been around for such a long time. And the guy who actually started building Lego, or the guy that started the company, he was a carpenter, so he would build things out of wood, and whenever he had leftover wood, he would start making toys out of them. And one of the first things that he made was a small wooden duck toy for his children, and his kids loved it so much that he started building them and selling them to other people. So just some cool info about Lego. I was going to say Legos, but we learned that we're supposed to call it Lego, right? So here we are putting some stickers on this mining craft ship that we're building for Rocket. So one of the things that I always find that I struggle with sometimes is trying to get stickers lined up right whenever I'm building my Lego sets. What do you guys, I'd love to hear you. Comment in the comments down below, type it in. Let me know, what do you do to make sure your stickers go on straight? I would love to get your feedback and find out what it is that you do to make sure that you always have your stickers on straight on all of your Lego sets that you build. So like I mentioned before, guys, this set comes from the Avengers Infinity War, and maybe some of you have seen it, maybe some of you haven't. But just as a quick overview, um, there's a bad guy named Thanos, and his guys that work with him are out trying to find all of what's called the Infinity Stones. And the Infinity Stones are the most powerful stones, some of the most powerful things in the whole universe. And each one of them is really powerful by itself, but when you put all 6 of them together, it actually creates like superpower. And that superpower Thanos wants to use to do some really bad things to the rest of the galaxy. So, of course, we know that the Avengers are going to have to jump in and help out. And that starts with Hulk, and he makes sure that he lets Doctor Strange know that Thanos has got some really bad plans for the universe. And then Doctor Strange goes out and he gets Tony Stark, who's Iron Man, to help out. And together they start trying to figure out what they're going to do to stop Thanos from... Actually, he sends some of his bad guys to Earth and looking for one of the Infinity Stones, the Time Stone. And that's one that Doctor Strange has. And that's when they first find out just how bad this really is. So at this point now in the set, though, or in the build, we are putting together what looks to be like some weapons for the front part of this mining ship that Rocket flies in the movie Avengers Infinity War. It'll be fun to test this out here in just a minute or two and see exactly how it works. But I think that these little levers, or these little buttons that are inside of those little round pieces, are going to have something to do with that. So as we're getting to this point now in the build, it's actually starting to look a little bit more like resembling a little bit of a spaceship. One thing that I like about this one is they, even for a kind of a smaller size set, they mix a bunch of cool colors into it. So you've got kind of the orange and the that kind of bluish grayish color, and then you've got kind of the traditional light and dark grays. So it's got some cool accent colors, accent pieces in it. So we've got on the front and the back of this, we have got plastic domes that protect Rocket or whoever else is flying the ship at the time from the outside. Got some little side wings that we're putting on there. So now it's really starting to look more and more like we'd expect it to. So we're going to hold now and just go put Rocket in here. Having a little bit of a tough time. But we'll get Rocket put in here and set him aside for just a second and actually open up bag number 2 as we get ready to build the second part of this. And oh hey, look who is coming together. We have got ourselves Groot.
I am Groot.
That's right, Groot. This is your second time here on Whimsical Toys. Thanks for coming back again. And it also looks like we've got coming together the man with the hammer, Thor.
And I am Thor, son of Odin.
That's right, Thor, and the universe is lucky to have you around as one of the Avengers. All right, so as we continue with our build here, I think we're getting pretty close, or closer at least, to having Rocket's mining ship put together. We just have a few more small pieces that we need to get set up and put on, and then we can get ready to move on to working on the machine that builds Thor's new hammer in Avengers Infinity War. So just a couple more interesting things about Legos, guys. Did you know that Lego was originally called automatic binding bricks? That doesn't go quite as easy as Lego does it. Can you imagine if every time you wanted to say, hey, Mom, I want to go play with my automatic binding bricks? That wouldn't be so cool, would it? So luckily they changed it to something that's a little easier to say and a little easier to remember. So it looks like we're still getting ever closer to having this wrapped up. Get these last couple pieces here on the bottom and the back end. Had a little bit of a tough time getting some of these pieces through and getting this back part put on. You can see I had to switch them around, swap them out, get it put back on again. Pretty sure I got that right. Hoping I got that right. And now we're just the last thing that we're going to get put together on the main part of this mining ship is the part that goes on the top. And we'll just get the last couple pieces of that put together, getting the stickers put on, get them turned the right way. I got those lined up pretty well, straighter than usual, which I was happy with, but still, again, guys, love to hear in the comments down below what you do to get your stickers on straight when you're building your Lego sets. So one thing that was kind of cool, I thought, was that those little silver pieces, light gray pieces, actually said Lego on them too. So almost every little tube and connector on Lego says Lego. I guess that's so nobody gets it confused with anything else. Oh, hey, so check this out. Pling! That shoots out those little pieces that we thought they might. They do. I'll show you that again a little bit later. And now we're going to put together here pretty quickly the machine that Thor and Rocket go help get started back up so that Thor can have a new hammer made after he needs a new one in Avengers Infinity War. So we'll get these pieces put on here. So there's 4 of these. I'm not quite sure why they gave 4 because we only really needed 1, but I guess maybe in case I lose one at some point. I don't know. A little purple piece there. Looks kind of like a jewel. Alright, so keeping things moving along here. These last few pieces connected. I think that's kind of cool because you can twist around. You'll see that here in just a second. But you can spin that, and that's part of what creates the energy needed to build a new weapon for Thor. And here I am putting Thor's new weapon together. Kind of a hammer battle axe. And I realized I left a couple pieces off of the mining ship, so get those last pieces on. And here is our finished product. So as you can see, here's Rocket inside of the mining ship. We've got 2 little winglets that fold down here. We've got, fold those back up again too. We've got a couple at the bottom that can fold down. We've got the plastic hatch, or the dome hatch on the back that opens and closes. So overall, it's a pretty cool little build. Here you can see that we can spin the machine, the forge, and out comes Thor's new weapon, his new battle axe. Hammer battle axe. So we'll give him this. If I can get it put in his hand here. There we go. Now he's back to being ready to go help save the universe. Feeling strong. Go ahead and move these last couple pieces out of the way here. Get everybody stood up for their final shot. And guys, as always, it has been so much fun being here with you on Whimsical Toys. I hope you had fun watching this build. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Whimsical Toys.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.